Okay. Hi guys, welcome to bekibtarot. My name's Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. So it's 11:11 portals, 11:11 energy. So I thought I'd quickly jump on here before I go out. I'm out for dinner tonight. I'm gonna try and get some Christmas shopping done. Yeah, so I figured let me get on here and do an 11:11 energy and see what's about, see what's floating around and what the divine and spirit wants to tell us, show us. Yeah? Okay. Let's see what I see first. Okay, so someone wants to I don't know whether to say express themselves or give you something or talk to you, or I mean it's going to show in different ways, but let me see what I see. I see someone, it is a masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be. Just take the energy if it fits and resonates. And he's got a rose, one single rose, and he's like going to hand it to the other person, but he's scared, he's really scared to do this, and his hands out and he's like nervous and doesn't want to look as he hands it out. And the other person's like, why are they so nervous? Like, what the fuck? And takes the rose. So definitely, I heard opportunity when I say takes the rose. So the other person maybe it's just they reach out in some way, but they're definitely nervous to do this. And the other person takes the rose, takes the opportunity, and smells it. And looks back at the other person and takes it, and my god, the person that had their arm out with the rose, they are so grateful, like, oh, okay, they didn't reject me, it's fine. It's all okay, I'm gonna survive. Yes, so that's the energy. First of all, see if they show me anything else. Okay, that's a bit spiteful. So when they both turn around, if you like, to walk off, this fucking bitch throws the rose in the bin. And it's like it was fake. Like the being so a real feminine energy, but it's fake. Like, oh fucking, you wanna watch yourself if you're the person nervous giving out this rose, because I literally see the person like it's such a like fake purity and feminine energy. They're like, and they sniff the rose, but then they turn around, the other person turns around, and they're like, ugh, and they throw the rose in the bin. So, oof. Okay. Let me see if I show me anything else before I move to cards. Okay, so now they're showing me more. Okay, so the reason why I feel like these two energies have got history. This is not someone they don't really know. This is history, dramas, things from the past, known each other. This is not someone brand new, right? This is not someone they barely knows each other. So the reason why, okay, so it felt quite bitchy, but then they show me that although this feminine throws the rose in the bin, she takes a few steps forward further away, and then she's like, oh, like, it feels as if this masculine may have done 414 on the timer there, and they made me look at that. It feels as though this masculine may have done some shit in the past in some format that's going to be different for everyone in how they. Oh, I just got a tickle down my fucking back. I actually saw the hand go. So I don't know if that represents maybe one of you guys likes. It feels like, you know, like when you ask someone to scratch your back when you're in bed. So I don't know if that's like some kind of importance to someone, but yeah, it's or stroke. I'm hearing stroke, like your hair and your back stroked, but the reason so when they took the rose, this feminine is kind of like she smells it and she's grateful for the rose, but then she turns around and then it's like she has the remembrance of all that this person has put them through, and that why should she just be excited about a fucking rose when she's been to hell and back? So she throws it in the bin, and then she takes a few steps, and then she's like, she's fighting herself. She's fighting herself for dear might not to get the rose back out the bin. And she is fighting and fighting. She's going to cave. She's going to get the rose back out the bin. This feels like a feminine that has real deep love for her masculine. If, like I say, female and male isn't feminine and masculine. So remember that. But there's been a lot. There's been a lot. And it feels like this feminine energy struggles with how much love that she has for this masculine, and she just feels like she's constantly beaten down by the connection, and that she wants more. She wants to be loved through and through properly, like happiness. That's what it feels like. So the rose, although at first she's happy, but then the realization kicks in of like, it's just a fucking rose, and that's not enough, like, after everything. But like I said, she steps away. So this may have already happened. This might be representing the energy, that's already kind of happened. I did see the success card, and then we have yes. So basically what I'm getting is, so bearing in mind, she throws the rose in the bin and then she takes some steps, and then she spends a long time fighting herself not to get this rose back out the bin, okay? I feel like that's quite an amount of time whilst this masculine kind of sits in fear, not knowing what to do. Being a bit rubbish, not going to lie, not taking steps. Sorry guys, that felt good. The feminine, really is trying to balance herself, but she cannot fight her feelings anymore. She can't. So she takes the rose back out of the fucking bin. And it feels like there's an energy of success here, and not as in, well, yeah, it is success, because I think this feminine is reaching a more balanced view on the fact that, okay, I love my masculine, I do, and it doesn't mean I have to settle. It doesn't mean I have to hold on. It means I accept the rose and take the rose. And if the masculine wants to come and do all the work and put the energy in, then that's great. But I'm gonna take the rose out the bin and acknowledge the fact that I do want the rose. I want to hold this rose. I want to hold this rose forever, but I need more than the rose. I need a bunch of flowers, a fucking house, and some real love. Yeah. So it feels like that's the success of like reaching a balanced state and understanding of the connection, that she's always going to have the feelings that she has for the masculine. And then we have there's something better, big happy changes, reconsider. And that's what she does. We've got it's up to you underlining energy, and then that's a success card again. So it feels like this. It's funny how look, she's holding flowers. I might add a bunch of them. So the feminine was like, took the rose, loved the rose, then remembered that it's not enough, and she feels like she deserves a whole bunch of roses. So she threw it in the bin after all the history, and then took a few steps away in the hope of like, yeah, there's got to be something better for me. But she has been making changes to herself and how she views the world, the connection, etc. And she has reached an element of reconsidering, but in a different format. Not as in I'm just gonna. She's reconsidered her whole like, oh, I can get something better somewhere else. She knows she's worthy of more, but she really wants it from her masculine, but she's not going to settle. It's like it's that balanced state, reaching that understanding and balanced state. So she's starting to reconsider, but in the right way. I'm not going to lower my standards. I'm not going to accept basic no energy, but I am reconsidering my whole, oh, I want to go off and explore and see if there's something better, because I want better from a connection and a relationship, but I want better from this connection and relationship. Yeah? Oh, that's weird. These two cards are not even from this deck. Okay, we've got, so that'll be a message. We've got first chakra, and then we've got adjacent possibilities. I can't say it. Adjacent. I can't say it. I don't know why. I hate this when I sit in this limbo state. I really struggle. So, adjacent possibilities. Lots of doors, possibilities. Then with the first chakra, I always get. Let me see what I channel off the card. See, this dude is like protecting his heart. He's got the sword over himself. And he's like holding on. Like, I'm not going to be vulnerable. I think these two, this divine connection, was definitely mirroring each other, because I feel like it's showing me here that the masculine energy was also like, well, I'll just, explore other possibilities and won't be vulnerable to his feelings. But the mirroring aspect is happening, and now that the feminine's taken that rose back out of the bin and is like, okay, I don't settle. I see my value now, and I see what I am worth, and I'm worth more. But I am willing to reconsider this relationship if it's done in a happy, healthy state and we communicate and everything else, right? And I do think it's hard for this feminine, because I feel like there was some deception in some format in whatever way it's going to play out. So she's anxious, but she's willing to reconsider. She is. She's willing. Okay, what do you want to look at? Do I want to use these ones? Magic unicorns. Do I want to use? Okay. It feels like both people in this connection are being made to see the truth in the scenario, in who they are, in what they want, the whole truth. No illusions, no bullshit, being made to see the truth here. Like, accepting what's happened and can they move through. Yeah, true. Yes, what you're asking about is true. It's about literally reaching truth of this connection and trying to switch it from negative to happy thoughts. Like, you see this unicorn, it's sitting in darkness but looking out to the light, and it's like, we got to get the feminine's beginning to reconsider, so probably is the masculine as well, but it's about the feminine being able to shift her perspective to a more positive, to create the energy. Simplicity, talk about your feelings, try something new, laughter. So simplicity is what I'm saying, bringing this connection all the way back round to just seeing the truth and accepting the truth and figuring out, let's not complicate things. Like, I know what I'm worthy of. Like, I want to work on my shit, my shadows, and I'm going to see if the masculine can step up and bring it. I'm not going to wait, but I am going to see if this masculine can bring it. And tiny little steps at a time, nice and simple. One step, see if we master that. Next step. Being communicative, tell a friend how you feel, speaking to each other about how you actually feel. Like, all vulnerabilities, all cards on the table. That's what it requires. Then we've got try something new and laughter. So with try something new, I'm getting trying a different angle in this connection. Trying just to get to know each other completely. Like, from a new line, like, wipe the slate clean and starting to get to know each other, because there was obviously some deception and some things that this feminine is struggling to get out of her mind. And I feel if they can do this, they will find with the laughter, like, they might actually begin to laugh again, the pair of them, like, find each other funny, a reminder of, oh, actually, I forgot about this side of the connection. Yeah. You'll know in the morning, but teamwork, and that's what it requires. Yeah. Both accepting that this is a very different connection. It's something that they've never dealt with before, and I don't think there's going to be a connection ever quite like it. And to be grateful for where they're at and the lessons, and to see if they can move slowly towards a more stable connection in whatever way that's going to show up. Let me see what I see with my third eye now. Okay. So the feminine takes that rose out of the bin, and then she's like, right, and then she starts pushing. I'm seeing like, because it felt kind of like a kitchen vibe with the rose in the bin, but she pushes everything away, so it's all blank. It's like any dynamic goes, everything away, space, nothing but blank all around, everywhere, walls. There's like just open, and the masculine watches her and is like, right, okay, and starts copying. And it's pushing everything away, all just completely. It's like they're showing me they then once everything's pushed away, it's just these two people in like an empty grid of like creation, like how they're gonna create, and they're both looking at each other, and it's like, so the feminine's then reaching a point of like, I'm not being the one, you're the fucking masculine. You are supposed to be the one that takes control, you know, is protective, and, you know, grab what you want by your hands, manhandle it. The feminine's like, I am not fucking doing this again. It's not me. If you want this, you're gonna have to step up and you make the first move. You make the first decision to come out and be vulnerable, and then I'm willing to work with you. So they're face to face. They've pushed everything away. The empty grid. It's all there waiting. It's like, is the masculine gonna do it? Ah. He feels like he's in a fucking pressure cooker, no lie, literally. And he's like having a panic attack. He goes to turn around and run, because I think this is a key factor of what the masculine has always done in his whole life, and that is runs away and avoids when things get tough. He goes to turn and run, and then he's like, no, and turns around. And he's like, okay, and he starts creating, like, with his manifestation powers. He's like, and she's like, oh, praise the Lord. He fucking did it. He fucking did it. And then she allows him to take the lead, but she follows. And that's how the dynamic of this connection is going to flow. So that's good. That's very good. Especially on an 11-11 portal, if this is happening. Really good. I just heard your heart is mine. So, yeah, definitely. It's a very passionate, loving, divine connection. I just feel like these guys have been through hell and back in their shadows, and it's all about truth, nothing but truth. Truth, truth, truth is the energy of this. That is the word that fits this whole energy field around this connection. Truth is needed. Truth is what needs to be kept. Truth is what will keep this connection pure. I think that's it. That's all I can feel on that energy. Yeah, that's it. So please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow, helps our energy to connect. So more of my videos will resonate with you. If you're interested in a private reading, info's in the box down below. And in the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.